Hey gang, it's Def, and it's been a while, so let's get serious. Let's do this. Let's talk Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. Hey guys, so I just kind of want to just get to it. Visionary Realms is developing Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen, as most of you know, and if you don't know, settle in, check out our previous videos. I want to talk about some misconceptions. I want to talk about the state of Pantheon and all sorts of things. If you have time to stay a while, that'd be awesome. But, you know, as VR develops this game, I think there's some misconceptions on Pantheon being an old school MMO. I don't like that deeming it as old school. And hear me out, don't click off the video just yet.
We also want to appeal to the newer generation that wasn't even around for the first generation of MMOs, who are seeking, they've enjoyed cooperative play, like playing Call of Duty or whatever, but they've never really experienced it, playing with their friends against the environment in a persistent world. But there is a reality, and that is a lot of people have grown up, they've got responsibilities now, spouses, jobs, etc. So a lot of the needless repetition, too much grinding, sitting there for hours, working on your factions, and then we're trying to keep the sessions basically shorter. So yeah, you can sit there and play as long as you want, but the way we're setting up the world, populating it, setting up the quests, we're targeting about around a 2-hour session so that a person can still log on with his friends, play a couple hours, and have a sense of accomplishment.
I'm serious. This is a game that a lot of us want. A lot of us Pantheons need. A lot of people want this game and don't even realize they want this game. And here's what I mean by that. So you got several generations of MMORPGs that's come out, and people are just hopping from one to the next, okay? You don't have MMOs promoting the richness, the awesomeness, the beauty of community. I just want to start off by saying Pantheon may not be the game people think they want, and that's okay. Visionary Realms is making a game that they are passionate about, that they realize what people want, and they're sticking true to it. They're making a community-based game where you have to, make some friends.
Friends that were, in Europe or wherever in Asia, friends of all ages. Another friend of mine, she's in her 60s and she loved playing cleric and helping everybody out. So I was very much inspired, and I learned that it's got to be a good game, but that social component, those friendships, that's what makes you keep coming back. And that's why if at 3 a.m, if I got an email or something saying, hey, we're stuck over here in the depths of this dungeon, we need our buddies to log in and come help us out. Well, you would do that because these are really guys that would help you out as well.
Battle Axe Theater came out with a video last year. We titled it The Hardest Thing You Can Do. And it's about being Pantheon patient.
Dude. Hey, man. There's another newsletter that's out. You should check out. I don't even know anymore, man. Yeah. All right, bro.
Since then, they have really come out of the dark. And this logo behind me is a symbol of that. Since they come up with this logo, the whole idea behind it, the way they revealed it, was them coming out of the dark, and they have stuck to it.
So if you look closely, you'll count 9 stars, 1 star for each race. And that's the story of how Pantheon found a new logo.
And some of you guys guessed that stuff too. Like spot on with the 9 stars and all.
Like spot on. I was watching the streams and it's like, I count 9 stars. I think Basgrim did. I count 9 stars. I wonder if that's 1 for each race. I'm like, it is. So that's cool.
Yeah, I love how nothing slips past you guys. It's crazy.
They do pay attention to us. They are putting the community first. And this is a prime example of it. For example, the progression of their video newsletter, okay? They've always put a newsletter out, but it was never enough. So they go to this video format where they're actually showing us progress. They're showing us behind the scenes progress. They're showing us in the making content. And that is something you do not get a lot of from MMORPGs. It's a trend in indie devs now where we're starting to get the progression as they develop. But it's something that people have wanted from VR. And I'm not saying it's because of our Pantheon patient video. I'm not saying it's because there's certain groups of people that complain on Facebook and Twitter and Reddit and the Pantheon forums and all this stuff. Like, I just don't think people are appreciative right now that VR has stepped it up. They're out of the dark. They're giving us information, and we need to be grateful for that. There's nothing to get angry about anymore because there's only stuff to look forward to now.
Welcome to the Isle of Infinite Storm.
Damn. Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. I am really liking. See, the second I see that thing in the sky, I want to know everything there is to know about that.
And you know, the thing about our channel is we try to keep it real, right? So the newsletter comes out in this text format. Well, they give you video format, and it's I mean, what else do you want? Trust me, anybody that knows me knows I can rant, I can complain, and I'm guilty as charged. A few things come to mind that I could really rage about right now. Stop asking for a release date! You'll get it when you get it, just like I do. And I want to play Pantheon more than you. That's what I believe. I want to play Pantheon just as bad. But I'm not going to do it. So stop asking for a release date. So, state of Pantheon, right? Let's just put some stuff in perspective right now. Let's say World of Warcraft or ESO. ESO took 7 years, right, to develop. So imagine they release that they're going to release a game, okay? And we are getting tidbits, little nuggets here and there that what they're working on. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the people that are going to just rant and rave and complain and critique and tell them how to do their job and all of this stuff? So my case in point here is to appreciate what VR is giving us now. They don't have to do this. They don't have to come on to content creators' streams. They don't have to connect with us, but they do. And by the way, VR is an indie development team. ESO and WoW and Guild Wars and all these other any insert MMORPG that's popular at this current time, they have an entire team. Just something to think about. And guys, I want to talk about something else. The fear of changing directions in Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. On November 18th, 2019, we lost the maker of worlds. We lost Eridune, Brad McQuaid. It was devastating. It was crippling to the whole span of MMORPG communities across the board. I believe that there's a lot of unspoken fear of direction since this tragic loss, and thankfully, Unfortunately, Visionary Realms is going to continue the legacy of Brad Eridu McQuaid. This has been verified. This has been official news. This has been evidence, okay? And a lot of the dev streams, the interviews, the newsletters, all official VR confirmation. This is a sensitive subject, I know, but I think it's something important to reflect upon. With Pantheon coming out into the light and shedding more information, it's very clear that they're sharing his legacy and they're fulfilling it. Everything that Brad has dreamed, everything that Brad has wanted. The exposure of the making of Ferrothel, and please understand that making Ferrothel will streamline the rest of the game. Once Ferrothel is complete and done, which it looks like it's right around the corner.
I could say so much. I could go for probably 30 more minutes of just, and these are things that we've been working on for this past long stretch of time. This isn't like, now we got to get started on all this stuff. This is what it's all been about.
Yeah.
The game is just going to come naturally. Everything else is going to work better in other places. The mechanics are going to be set in stone. They can move forward with the rest of the game. And it's also been confirmed that Ferrothel is not the only thing they've been working on.
You know, Project Ferrothel begins to kind of come out and be experienced. It's meant to be like stepping into a new era where what we've always wanted, which is this taking all of Pantheon's ideas, all of the systems, all the gameplay elements, all the mechanics, all the X factor, and the genuine progression of the game, and having it all kind of now there. Like it is now there. There's no, stop gaps. Like we haven't gotten that in yet. So,
Yeah, you're testing this. That'll come later. Yeah.
If you don't get anything from this video, understand this. Visionary Realms has heard the community. We've raised our voices. They've answered. We've voiced our concerns. They have delivered. Now, AAA companies have all the backing that they need. VR is a small dev team that relies on us. AAA companies have all the advertising, all the exposure, all the staff. They have all that. And with Pantheon out of the dark, into the light, what Pantheon needs is you. The desire and the passion that they have is clearly transparent as of 2020. And if you have that same desire to find an MMO to call home, make friends and leave your legacy, the best thing you can do is head to pantheonmmo.com and pledge. Smallest pledge you can do, or buy some merch. Do something. Share content. Share their videos. Tune into the streams. Show some support any way that you can, because if you're wanting a new MMORPG to call home, if you're tired of finding the perfect MMO, I'm not saying Pantheon will be perfect, but I'm saying the desire and the passion that they have is clearly there, then the least you can do is show them a little support. They can't do this alone, guys. It takes us as a community. So please, if you have a moment, check out the game. Take a minute, consider pledging to the game. That's all I'm asking. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Thank you so much for sticking to the end, and thank you so much for all your support. And if you're new here and if you like what we do here, please hit the bell notification. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Discord. All those links will be in the description down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't. It means so much, and it lets us know we can keep doing this and that you guys kind of like us. So anyway, guys, until next time.